Welcome back. Time now for the word on Wall Street. Top investors watching your money. Joining me now is Payne Capital Management President Ryan Payne. Also with us is Mitch Rochelle this morning. Ryan, good to see you. Thank you for joining the conversation.
Great to
Markets
be here.
this morning are lower. Ryan, Dow Industrials down 181. Of course, this extends the losses of yesterday. The Nasdaq down 112 after all three major indices finished lower yesterday, as a spike in oil prices impacted stocks. As you can see, the Nasdaq was down 146. The Dow was flat, really down just 6 points, but it is earnings that are really driving things as well. Big day of earnings today. We've got Comcast, American Airlines, Lockheed Martin, all reporting this morning. Lockheed, by the way, reported a huge double beat on earnings moments ago. It raised its full-year outlook on sales and profits, which improved in all the company's divisions, including aerospace, missiles, helicopters, and space. Google and Tesla reporting second quarter earnings yesterday. Both companies posted negative free cash flow as they ramp up AI investments and spending. But you do have a little bit of a rally in chip stocks this morning. Take a look at chips. AMD and Anthropic signed a multi-billion-dollar AI partnership where Anthropic will buy up to 2 gigawatts of AMD AI chips next year. AMD will invest up to $5 billion in Anthropic. Ryan, assess this backdrop.
Yeah, look, the spending is going to continue. We heard from Google or Alphabet yesterday. They're going to spend up to $258 billion next year on AI infrastructure. So a lot of that money goes to the semiconductor stocks. And I heard a crazy stat this morning. So in 2002, the whole semiconductor industry was worth $2 trillion. It's worth $20 trillion today. So there's just been massive money going in on this AI infrastructure bill. And, of course, these memory stocks, which we keep talking about now, like SK Hynix, Micron, they've just been trading to the moon. The semiconductor index is up like 80% this year, so we're off kind of the lows of that. And what I also think is remarkable, too, if you look at Alphabet, they're a $4 trillion company, and they increased their revenue by 25% year over year. So these huge, massive, American companies are still growing the revenue at just huge rates. So I think what it tells us here, Maria, is the party is clearly not over yet. Now, I know we've seen kind of the Mag 7 kind of lag this year, but if you look at Alphabet specifically, it's still up 80% over the last 12 months. So I think this reinforces the fact that the spending is going to continue. This AI trade is probably not over yet. Now, at some point the party will stop, but I don't think it's anytime soon. And I could see a re-rotation back into some of these mega cap names that have kind of lagged this year as well at some point later in the year.
Yeah, I mean, look, when we spoke with Brad Gerstner recently, he made the right point, and that is this market is trading on the spending. And if we get any hint that, in fact, all that huge spending on the infrastructure build-out is slowing down,
yes.
Look what happened to IBM last week. Okay, they took IBM to the woodshed. Stock was down 25% in a day, the worst day ever for IBM. Why? Because IBM came out and said that they're seeing customers shifting their spending. So depending on where the spending on AI goes, does that dictate where the stock market goes, Ryan?
I think it does for a component of the stock market, but this is what I think is even more fascinating. There's so many bull markets happening in plain sight right now, or hiding in plain sight. Like J&J is up literally over 50% over the last 12 months. They raised their dividend for like the 65th year. That has nothing to do with AI. We obviously know the energy trade has done really well this year, but if you look at like energy infrastructure, wasn't necessarily predicated just on the price of oil, but it's up like that sector's up like 30% this year. That's also based on the fact that we're exporting more liquefied natural gas to Europe than we ever had before, and that's going to double over the next 12 years. And you're getting like 10% earnings growth year over year, 80% margins. So I think even if the AI trade does cool off, and I wish someone would tell me when the party's over, I'd make a lot of money if I knew. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. I think there's other places that you want to allocate your capital, because my biggest concern here is too many portfolios are predicated on that spending continue. And to your point, like IBM, at some point it will drop, and it'll drop like a rock. And if your whole portfolio is predicated on that, that's a big problem. So lots of places to put your money right now that's not predicated on this big spending.
Well, look, when SpaceX was going public, you yourself, Ryan, came on this program and said, hey, let's just hold on a minute and remember that between SpaceX and Anthropic and OpenAI, these other two that want to go public, we're talking about these companies losing $25 million collectively. What is your take on SpaceX now that we see it, in fact, has broken the IPO price and is now way below that 135? CEO Elon Musk hints at a Tesla-SpaceX merger during yesterday's earnings call, by the way. Yesterday, we spoke with ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood, and she's allocated $80 million additionally into SpaceX just in the last few months. Here's what she said about this upcoming IPO of Tesla and SpaceX. Watch.
We think this could become the most important company in history, and I mean in global history, because we're talking about not only really exploring a new world, the universe, in terms of its launch capabilities and helping others to do so as well, but also a global communications network. Think telecom, that's been a very local business. In fact, the way to break into countries historically was to buy the telco. No longer. This is a global business, and SpaceX is the first mover with 75% of the satellites out there. And then beyond that, we have the global data centers or orbital data centers. So they will be the most economic and will allow Elon and team the opportunity to develop, we think, some of the most sophisticated frontier models in the world at the lowest cost. So huge opportunities.
So Ryan could become the most important company in global history. I mean, I know that Tesla is her #1 holding, but that is a very aggressive prediction for SpaceX. Your reaction?
Cathie did not heed my advice. Her fund would be doing a lot better today if she did. And I think the problem is, you remember, this is a very mature company. It's been around since 2002. That's 24 years of maturation at this point, and there's going to be competition. So I think a lot of the good news that Cathie's talking about, a $1.5 trillion valuation, is already priced into this stock. It's like 80 times sales. The S&P trades for 3 times sales. And also you have all that unrestricted stock that's going to continue to come to market starting on August 6th. That's going to be a lot of selling pressure on this stock. So I just think the good news is priced. It's baked in here. Maybe you get a push to the upside because of retail investors, but fundamentally, this is not a great place for your money, period.
Well, it's certain. Starlink is very important for the government, so that's one thing that investors always talk about when we're talking about SpaceX. Mitch, your thoughts on this moment in time, whether you're talking about SpaceX or all these chip companies and the AI build-out, Mitch? How do you see things?
I think Starlink is really the hidden gem inside that company.
Definitely.
Because when you look at it, there's so much dysfunction and pricing models in between Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile in the United States playing these games with giving away phones. The talk within SpaceX is they're going to come up with their own phone, which will be a satellite phone, not reliant upon the cellular networks that have all kinds of outage problems. And if that's the game plan for Musk, that could be a game changer. And as Cathie Wood said, that would be a global system where your phone would work just the same when you're on vacation or away on business. So if that's part of the plan and that becomes public, I think you're going to see a rally in the stock because people can wrap their brains around it. But there are other little hidden gems in that company. But Cathie Wood's comment saying it's the most consequential stock holding, if that was the case, why did she limit her position to $80 million? So, and Ryan and I debated on the air once, Cathie Wood and ARK, and whether or not you should even own that in your portfolio. So that's a whole nother story.
Well, she was early on tech and on AI build out, that's for sure. She was early on allocating money to that group. But we'll keep watching the performance, of course. Ryan, great to see you. Thank you so much for weighing in. Mitch, you're with us all morning, and we're so appreciative of that. We'll be right back. Stay with us.